You heard about wholesale real estate and now you want to get started, but how? What you're experiencing is what I experienced 3 years ago until I discovered something that changed my life forever. Zillow for sale by owner. And then less than 90 days later, I closed my first ever wholesale real estate deal and made $12,000. And since then, in the past 1,000 days, I've closed hundreds of wholesale deals and made over $1 million. But it all started with for sale by owner. And today I'm going to teach you how to get started with Zillow FSBOs. So what you're going to want to do, guys, is go to Zillow.com, choose a market anywhere in the US. It does not matter where you pick as long as it's a good market. But Max, what's a good market? I like to use a custom software that I built called GeoFlipper.com that tells me what a good and bad market is. For example, Rockford, Illinois is a great market. If you want access to my software, you can join my wholesaling school group for only $20 per month. Anyways, up to you. So let's go to Rockford, Illinois. But the difference is we're not going to look at properties that are listed by agents. We're going to look at properties that are listed by homeowners. Go to the More section and uncheck everything except for owner posted properties. And why does this matter? Well, let me explain to you why Zillow for sale by owner is my favorite place for wholesalers to train. This is where you get good at wholesaling. This is where I got good at wholesaling. This is where I got comfortable negotiating, comping, lowballing, sending contracts. This is where I became a closer. Because the thing I love about Zillow for sale by owner is, well, actually, it's 3 things. Right here are 12 hot, motivated sellers. All of these people, yeah, all 12 of these, they want to sell their house. They're as motivated as they can be. The other thing I like, you ready? Look how easy this is. Scroll down. This is the owner's phone number. That's it. That's the owner's phone number. No polling list, no VAs, no skip tracing, none of that. Guys, the phone number is right freaking there. So not only do you have the hottest of hot sellers, you also have their phone number like literally right there.
Max, how can this get any better?
Well, guys, it's free. This is 100% free. Zillow for sale by owner is like the holy fucking trinity of wholesaling. You got motivated sellers, you got their phone numbers, and trust me, they answer because they want to sell their house. So every time you call them, they freaking answer. I'll get to that in a second. And it's free. Okay, so Max, is this too good to be true? Like, what is this? Okay, let me explain. With every great thing, there's sort of a catch. And guys, well, the catch is that, how do I say this? Their properties are overpriced. They are all overpriced. And I promise you, every single one is overpriced. Let's pick a house at random here in, I don't know, in Indianapolis, Indiana. Good wholesale market. This house probably needs, I don't know, maybe about $30,000 worth of work. You can go to my school group inside the classrooms, just go to underwriting. Here I got a little cheat sheet you can use. And yeah, this property, guys, it's a small little house. So I would estimate, yeah, right here, $35,000 worth of work. They're asking $200,000. Well, the ARV would have to be like $300,000 for this to be a good deal. $330,000. So what's the ARV? Well, let's check. Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, quickly comping this property. It looks like ARV's around $200,000. Lowballoffer.ai, address, ARV, let's say repairs is only 30,000. What should our lowball offer be? Okay, like if we were gonna hit them with a lowball, 95,000, and they're asking 199,000. Oof. So yeah, that is the downside of Zillow for sale by owner, guys, is that they want too much for their house, because inherently, if they wanted, well, a good deal, it would have already sold by now, right? Because these are what I call, for lack of a better word, Kardashians. These are properties that everyone has seen, everyone has ran through. They are, yeah, they're used up. So if it was already a good deal, it would have already sold. So the thing is, these are motivated sellers to some extent, right? They want to sell their house. I don't know if they're desperate, but they want to sell their house. The phone numbers are right there, and this is free. But the downside is that they want too much. So what I love about Zillow for sale by owner, you might think like, Max, how is this like, how is this good? Why do you think I should start here? Guys, it is so easy to get your reps in, because all you need to do to become successful at wholesale is practice. But the problem with wholesaling is, guys, like, let's think about it. You want to get your reps in, right? You want to practice your scripts. You want to practice your underwriting. You want to practice your lowballing. You want to practice talking to sellers, because guys, remember the the first time you ever talk to a seller, if you've already talked to a seller, if you haven't already talked to a seller, well, get ready, because the first time you do it, you're going to mess up. It's going to be brutal. I remember the first time I was literally shaking. The second time it's going to be better, but it's going to be rough, and it's going to continue to be rough. But after a while, I don't know. Have you guys ever seen me talk to sellers? It's easy. I love it. It's just a normal conversation. It's so easy for me, and I can close pretty much anyone that can be closed. It's normal. It's natural. But like anything, it's only natural because I did hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of probably thousands of conversations at this point. But you know where these conversations came from when I started? Zillow for sale by owner. Because the problem with other wholesaling strategies, right, like texting, calling, door knocking, is they're all efficient. They're going to get you deals, but the problem is you don't get your reps in. How many doors do you have to knock to actually have one candid conversation? Dude, that could take you hours and hours. It could take you a full day, right? What about a single line dialing or texting, right? But the thing is, in 2 seconds, I can literally call this guy and just explain to him, hey man, your property's overvalued by probably $100,000. I mean, I'm happy to give you an offer, but we're not even in the same ballpark. Ask yourself the question, how many doors do you need to knock in order to have that experience? Well, a lot. And that's what I love about Zillow. It's the best way to get your practice in, but specifically Zillow for sale by owner, because talking to Zillow realtors is not the same. The thing with talking to realtors, and again, I've made a lot, I guess I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars as Zillow realtors and pocket listings. But the thing is, agents, well, for the most part, there's some stupid ones, but they tend to be a little bit more savvy in real estate than, let's say, a Zillow for sale by owner, than your typical owner, right? So there's a little bit of a higher bar. And if you're brand new, you may not know all the language. The realtor may say things like, hey, I want a 3% buyer's agent commission, and your EMD must be in within 2 days. And we don't want you to put assigns on the contract. And they may say all these things that you don't know how to overcome those objections. You don't even know what half that stuff means. But when you're talking to a seller, it's an easier conversation. The issue here is you're going to have to negotiate them down on price, but that's good practice for you. That's good practice. So we can just scroll through these properties. The nice properties, guys, these are great properties to pitch subject to and seller finance. Like pitch sub to, pitch seller finance. This is great practice. This one's ugly. And the ugly ones, guys, pitch cash. This is where you practice. This is how I got good at wholesaling. Like this house. This is how I got good at wholesaling, guys. I'm so passionate about this because not only did I get my first wholesale deal, right? And your goal really, guys, is actually not to get your first wholesale deal doing this strategy. You might think, Max, that makes no sense. Really, guys, your goal is to practice. Your goal is to get good at wholesaling, because what I preach, what I teach inside my wholesalers school group is that about 80% of the time, guys, you're going to want to be focusing on off market, because off market's where you're going to be making your money. But when you just get started, or even while you're growing your business, on market is where you practice. It's where you get your reps in specifically for sale by owner. You can head on over to a website like wholesalestarter.com, and it will tell you based off of your budget what wholesaling marketing strategies are available to you. So if you have no money, door knocking, driving for dollars, direct to agent, right? This is the same as for sale by owner. And bandit signs. As you guys notice, door knocking, driving for dollars, bandit, like none of these strategies are going to get your reps in. None of these strategies are going to get your reps in. Even at $100, guys, you cannot do a strategy that's going to get your reps in. You need to at least have, let's say, $300 and get a multi-line dialer, something like an Enzo dialer, to have a lot of conversations. At that point, you can start to get your reps in. But really, guys, if you really want to get your reps in with motivated, hot sellers, like people who actually want to sell their house, you need to probably have at least $3,000 a month, maybe $5,000 a month to blow on like pay per lead or pay per click or hire multiple VAs. And the thing is, when you just get started, you don't have money for those strategies. And that's why I am so freaking passionate about Zillow for sale by owner, because it is the cheapest, most effective way to get in front of motivated sellers and talk to them and have conversations. These people answer. You call them, guys, they answer because they want to sell their house. Now, are these deals going to be good deals? No. Do you have to negotiate with them? Yes. Do you have to follow up? Yes, but it teaches you all the fundamentals. And if you stick with it, you will get your first deal. But the point is, it doesn't matter, because you train there and then you start to do your off market so that when the deal falls in your lap from your door knocking, from your calling, from your texting, from your VA, from your PPL, from your PPC, when that deal finally falls in your lap, you're not going to fumble the bag. You're going to do such a good job of negotiating that deal down. You already know how to comp. You already know how to send a contract. You know how to do everything. You know how to talk to the seller, you would have practice and you would have just made a 10, 20, 30, $40,000 assignment fee. And yeah, on top of that, you may also get a deal or two from for sale by owner. I did. I made $12,000 and you can too. This was a bit of a different style video for me, guys. Usually my videos are really thought out, scripted, and just high production. Today, I just wanted to rant about something that I'm passionate about and something that helped me get started in real estate and changed my life, which was Zillow for sale by owner. And I really want you to use that tool because I want it to change your life too. See you guys later. Bye.